Hello everyone, it is a Vicious Vixen, and today is going to be a very special video because I get to talk about one of my very talented friends. So my friend Catherine has her own business called Earbobs, and she hand makes earrings and studs out of polymer clay. And I asked her early February if she could send me a pair of her Valentine's Day themed earrings and just tell me the price of them, but don't tell me what they'd look like, because I wanted to do a look based off of the earrings alone when I got them. Y'all, not only did she send me the pair we agreed on, she sent me a bunch of stickers, which I put all over everything, and she sent me like 8 extra pairs. I don't know if it's actually 8. I haven't counted, but it feels like 8. I should probably count at this point. But honestly, just thank you so much, Catherine, because I'm very excited to wear all of these, and I will more than likely make another video based on the immaculate skill that you have displayed, because all of these earrings are literally adorable, as you can see on the screen. Please take a moment to go and check out her Instagram, ear.bobs, because I feel like she has something for literally everyone, or at the very least some styles that you would want to try. But do that after, because this is the pair that we are going to be taking our inspiration from today. So let's get started. I completely intended on keeping the earrings on while I did my foundation, but then I realized I might get foundation on them, so I took them off and I did my eyebrows really quick, and I went ahead and primed. All the products I used are listed in the description box. I just wanted to kind of give you a general rundown of what I used for my base today, or that day, because that wasn't today. I did my concealer first and then blended that out, and then I did my foundation over that, applying that with a brush and then blotting it out with my beauty sponge. And then I went over everything else with a brighter concealer just to make certain high points of my face extra bright. And then I used some powders to set and bake those areas separately. So my eyes got one powder, and then my face got my all over face powder, and then I set everything with a setting spray. And since I didn't have a blush that matched the colors that I was going to use for the shadow, I just used the eyeshadow as a blush, and I went over my nose and went high up on my cheeks to kind of start blush draping. And I also highlighted as well, just on my nose and on my usual points like my brow bone and cheekbones and stuff like that. So for the actual eyelid, it's going to be pretty simple. I'm just priming using a brush to not only cover my entire eyelid, but bring it out past the outer corner of my eye, because I want it to connect to where we kind of started blush draping. And I'm going to use that same pinkish, well, it is pink, this pink eyeshadow to cover my entire lid. And once I'm happy with that level of pigmentation, I'm going to take a bigger brush and use the same pink eyeshadow to kind of make the blush area more intense. So if you've ever seen Gem in the holograms, it's kind of like that. Not that intense, but it's, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see the vision. After that, I set my face one more time, and then I reapplied my highlighting because it got a little bit drowned out. And then to start on the actual design, you're going to need some liquid latex, or you could use eyelash glue, and a dotting tool, or maybe even a silicone brush, like a thin one, kind of like a really small paintbrush. And what we're going to do first is we're going to draw a small heart on our face in the liquid latex, and then on the outside of that, you want to make sure you leave a decent amount of space and draw a thinner heart around that, kind of framing it, because once the liquid latex dries, that's where we're going to start adding in our design. It's going to be in the empty space between the tiny heart and then the larger outline of the heart. If you happen to have stickers that come in two parts like that, I recommend doing that. I couldn't find any that were like the size and shape I wanted, so I just used what I had on hand. And while doing the hearts, I focused the design mostly in the areas where I did the blush draping, but I didn't do anything exactly the same. I wanted it to be kind of asymmetrical, but the amount of hearts I have the amount of hearts I have still keep the look really balanced when you look at it. So I was happy with that amount. Once the latex was dry, I started patting in a kind of pastel-y purple colored base into the hearts on a really small brush. And I did this because when I was coming up with how I wanted the design to look, when I used the base, it actually made the eyeshadow closer to the color that's used in the earrings, and I wanted it to be as close as possible. And after I applied that base to all of the hearts, I patted it in with my finger a bit, and then using some mixing medium, I mixed that into the eyeshadow that I chose and turned it into kind of like a liner, and I just started filling in the hearts over the base. Once that dried, I used a liquid liner, not a felt tip because it might bleed, and I just started adding the diagonal lines to all of the hearts. All the lines are coming from the same angle on each heart, but you can switch it up. So if they're coming from the right angle on one heart, you can make them come from the left angle on the other heart, just so they look a bit different. So here's a bit more information about ear bobs while I show off some more of the Wondrous selection. She does ship internationally. Obviously, the cost would just depend on where you'll be shipping to and whatnot. She can change out the stud backings for clips or hooks, just depending on your preference or if you happen to not have pierced ears. And she also takes custom orders. The pricing would just depend on how detailed the pieces are because they are handmade after all. I wanted to add a bit of extra texture to the look, so I went in with my heart-shaped stamped eyeliner, and I added a few of those in between the larger hearts, as well as added some dots, just because I kind of like how it just tied everything together, honestly. And by that time, it was okay for me to peel off all the latex because the makeup had dried. And while it may look like I'm pinching my skin, I didn't at all. The latex kind of clumped up on itself at points when it dried, so it kind of gave me a lip to grab onto. So during this whole process of removing the latex, I didn't pinch my skin at all, and I was quite happy that I did not, because that would have sucked. The hearts didn't stand out as much as I liked against the pink, so I went around the inside and outside edge, and that just kind of helped give them more of a presence. And two of my hearts I wasn't happy with after I outlined them, so I just filled them in and made them completely black, which still fit in. My actual eyeliner was pretty simple. I did extend my inner corner, but the actual wing wasn't very long at all, and I put on my lashes off camera. Once I was done with that, I filled in my lower lash line with a jumbo eye pencil, a matte black one, and I set that with a matte black shadow, just making sure my inner and outer corner were connected. I also went over my nose highlight one more time, as well as did my inner corner highlight using the same pinky toned highlighter. For the lips, I wanted them to match the finish of the earrings, and since it was a glossy finish, I wanted to have glossy lips. I lined my lips with a black lip liner, and then I filled them in with one of my favorite black liquid lipsticks. And after topping them off with a black lip gloss, here is the final look. I am super happy with how this came out. Y'all don't know it was a struggle because I tried 3 different concepts and I wasn't happy until I got to this one. This was the 4th one. Please, if you have time, go and check out Earbobs on Instagram and Facebook because she posts on both of them, so you can see all the goodies that she is working on. Kat, thank you again for agreeing to do this with me. It was very fun. I'm the one who asked her to do this. This was completely just because I really wanted to do this, and I'm really excited that I got to. So thanks so much, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.